have a look at another Montblanc pen, also known as Montblanc. And this was lent to me by Joost from Appelboom Pennen. Interesting little pen, and I can honestly say little pen. You have a little cardboard sleeve, you have the box, we've seen these boxes before, you have the little service guide, we've seen that before, and how, instructions on how to fill a pen and all that. Simple boxes. For such a fancy pen brand, Montblanc really has simple boxes, and I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. It's just simple and functional. And the pen we're talking about is the Bonheur, the recently launched Bonheur. Very interesting pen. Now, quite a controversy was sparked. I'm just going to read something from the website. Montblanc says, and I'm quoting Montblanc here, yes? Feminine in shape, stands, left out a little bit there, stands for women freed from corsets. Elegant yet functional. You can have all kinds of opinions about this. Alright? You can use this as a woman, you can use this as a man. It's all fine. Buy whatever you want to buy. That's all I'm saying. Let's have a look at the pen. I'll cover the parts of the pen, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then we'll do a writing sample. I have a white background, it is a white pen, bear with me. Big star, or Montblanc peak, or snowflake, again, whatever you like, whatever you like. Platinum coated trims there, little dainty little clip. I mean, it is dainty, that's it's really not that big. And then we have this center band which says on one side Montblanc, and then if you turn over to the other side it says Montblanc. That's not Bonheur or anything like with the Meisterstück that says Meisterstück. This just says Montblanc. Then you have a little barrel, ends in a black thing, there's nothing on the end there. So you have black, white, platinum, white, black. It's thin and it really tapers down. The cap unscrews and it's not a lot of thread, so it caps and uncaps very quickly. You note, of course, the shape. If given this message about corsets, I assume that this is supposed to be a waist, a woman's waist, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that's what they were going for. And then I guess you could look at this, I suppose, as a feminine shape with maybe legs or something. But I don't know if that's what they were going for. Unscrews section, metal, chrome, tapers down, and then you have the nib. You can see there aren't that many threads on the barrel. There is a pretty sizable step down, and then you have a little black thing, that's the nib collar, and then you have that nib, and on that nib, I don't know if you can see that, are shooting stars. I'm not entirely sure why, but there are shooting stars on that nib. The nib itself is 14 karat and it has Montblanc on there. And that's it. Very smooth nib. I found it very pleasant. Smooth and a little springy. Not flexy, but a little bit of bounce to it. A cartridge converter filled pen, but with such a narrow and tiny barrel, I was unable to fit in any converter. So, in reality, cartridge filled, and bear in mind Montblanc has these cartridges with the little sort of cutouts. That's really what you need, because otherwise a regular cartridge won't even fit. It's all very tiny and very tight fit. This is not a large pen. This is almost getting to the point of being a pocket pen, if you ask me. And for people with larger hands, it's not really suitable. This doesn't work. So again, that suggests to me that they were going for slightly smaller hands, maybe feminine hands. It's fairly small, and it doesn't post. So you can't use this posted. This is what it is. And for me, that really borders on being unusable. It's so small. The section is so thin. I can barely hold this. Very light, of course, because it's all precious resin. And very little metal on there. Clip works well. And the nib is really nice. I really enjoyed that nib. Very pleasant, very smooth. Just the right amount of softness to it to make it very, very pleasant. It's just very, very pleasant nib. So even though the pen is small, they've definitely done well on the nib, and I like it. I think there was something about the white and black, men and women, male and female. There is some symbolism there, but I'm going to refrain from really commenting on that. Yeah, clearly some type of thought went into all this. What do I really think of it? I think it's nice. I just think it's very small, and that's fair. That's fine. If you're in the market for a smaller pen, this is it. You can't really criticize a pen for its size. It's what it is. I do think it is elegant. I do like that. I do think it is maybe even a bit dainty. It looks cute, and I can see how if you have smaller hands, you're looking for something that's elegant. I mean that strong tapering that makes it look elegant and nice. So I can see the market they were going for, and I think it's well suited for that. I just don't know if I'm really buying into the whole stuff of male and female and all that stuff. Having said that, I don't see anything wrong with the craftsmanship of the pen. It's all tight, good tolerances, well made. It works. The nib writes really nicely. I really have to give them that. It's just a medium nib, but it's very, very pleasant to use. No issues with flow or whatever. So, yeah, it's neat. It's a neat little pen. The only problem is it's 685 euros. It's a Montblanc pen, you know, they're not cheap. 566 without VAT at Appelboom. So it's a pretty serious price, especially if you look at the size of the pen, I would say. I mean, here you have an ST Dupont that's 510 euros. And yeah, you kind of see the issue. I'm not saying that size automatically makes a pen more or less expensive, but given what's on here, I mean, it's not diamond studded or anything. It's just the resin, and I simply don't know. But it's a cute little pen. I'm handed some other pens by my charming assistant. Here you have the pen next to a 149 and a Montblanc 146. So definitely on the smaller end of things, I would say. Especially girth-wise. It's very, very fine, narrow. Okay, having said that, it writes, works as advertised, I would say. So clearly not for everyone, but if you're on the market for a higher end pen for smaller hands, I think you could do worse than get this, because it clearly, I mean, it does everything it's supposed to do. Pity it's not a piston filler. Montblanc has a lot of pistons, but okay, it's what it is. Joost, thank you for lending me this pen. I appreciate it. Guys, I hope this was useful so far. High resolution pictures of the pen will be on the website, as well as the dimensions of the pen. Let's see how it writes. That's coming up next. I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Okay. Here we go with the Montblanc Bonheur with a medium nib, and this is Pelican Royal Blue in a cartridge that was refilled. It's a nice wet writer, which is very pleasant. Smooth nib, very pleasant. Fast writing. So even with this fast writing, there's no skipping or anything. Very nice. Wetness. It's not the world's wettest ink, the Royal Blue, but definitely nice and wet. Very nice, well-tuned nib. Line variation. Definitely some to be had. You may have noticed that the feed just started to give up a little bit there. But if you go slow, I think you can definitely squeeze out some variation, which is really quite nice. So, Joost, thanks a lot for lending me this pen. I appreciate it. I hope this was useful. and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.
Bye.